Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay guys, welcome in my channel. Currently I would like to present about the scope of work for the corrosion engineer in oil and gas company. So this regarding there are many questions from beginner, fresh graduate, what the corrosion engineer do in oil gas company. Okay, the corrosion engineer have the similar title or disciplines in oil company. The first is material and corrosion engineer, welding engineer, asset integrity engineer, corrosion engineer, chemical process engineer, special engineer, painting engineer, and cathodic protection engineer. This the corrosion integrity management. So all the activity for corrosion integrity they capture here in the orange ones. In there are 10 main activity. The first corrosion control philosophy, material and corrosion control design, and so on until number 10 asset integrity review. And in the columns there is the project phase. I mean we are this means the sequence activity of oil company, starting from the evaluation, concept definition, execution, and then commissioning, startup, and continue to the operation phase, and over to operations, first period production, running product, and improvement, preparation to the commissioning. In the uh, columns itself, there is the white arrow. It means is the optional. We can do, for example, number one, corrosion control philosophy. Is that one we can do or not? It depend on the project or the typical project we do. And then for number two, the blue one is mandatory. We have to do this one. Okay, is how to all these tasks have a window when we start when the jobs. Okay, right now I need to explain a little bit about the what this mean of the project phase. In oil and gas company business, they have they're starting the business with the explorations. It means they are looking for or searching the potential hydrocarbon in the uh, in the uh, in the field, in the blocks. Is the geologist activity. There is drilling, seismics, or logging. After they found or discovery the hydrocarbons, they based on their calculation depend on the how many resource they have. They found he will be going to produce or not. If the company decide to going to produce this to produce this hydrocarbon, they need the new facilities or existing facilities. This facility will be runs by operation teams. It means the production operations. Uh, but between we have the facilities, we should do uh, construction activity or development activity. This way, when you are when we hear there are many company having EP, the name of company is means exploration and production. For example, Pertamina EP, Medco EP, Total EP, any ENP, uh, uh, Medco, or yeah, Medco. This means for us as a course engineer, we starting activity when from development. During exploration, we don't have activity. So normally the company will not hire us if they are still in the exploration phase. Yes, I repeat again, this sequence business of the oil and gas company. Okay, little bit detail to the pace of the developments. Evaluation starting in the project is mean after we give data from the we got data from the exploration team, we do evaluations, and during evaluation we screenings the discovery, and then we go to the concept selections. What is the preferred development option we want to construct to have. For example, is fixed platforms, jacket platform, floatings, or using the existing facilities or whatever. We do like we collect all the options for the design, then we select the best one, and then after that we go into the concept definitions. For you who working in the engineering or EPC company, maybe you start involved in this activity. Is we start for the basic designs, fits, and tendering for the APCI. So and then after we have the APCI company who do the projects, we start for the execution. We purchasing the material during the welding, construction, installation, commissioning, and then continue to commissioning, startup, and performance test, and then acceptance. Is the project phase. Also I go back to the and then to the this table. After the commission startup, we do hand over to the operation teams. In this operation also there is activity need for to do by course engineer. Course you can see in the starting from the number 5, data management, course management, course and risk assessment, until number 10 mostly done during operation. This means when you get the opportunity and from the oil company, you will know the company which department will hire you, is for the project or this for the operations. You should know on that one. So based on that, you will know what is the scope you will do. Okay, I'm going detail by one to the task. I'm going for the task number 1 is question control and philosophy. We start this one during evaluations. So is the task we do for the question control philosophy. Okay, in this table, the task is the detailed activity we have to do, and the output of this one is question control and material philosophy. Why is the input is mostly because I think we got from the exploration data. We can also do preliminary survey such as ocean for the offshore, geotechnical and geophysical topography, or soil resistivity. I think not doing in this space. Okay, why is the support document we can refer during doing this task? Can be from the company standard, international standard, software tools, question data from field in the same geographical area, question study from the similar field. Okay, The task is identification of special conditions, expected external and internal corrosion mechanism, produce fluid corrosivity, selection of the corrosion control technique. We go to the second task is material and corrosion control conditions. This task is main task if you are get job as material and corrosion engineer. Is the main activity we should do. Okay, the task is corrosion mechanism, identification, corrosion rate assessments, material selections, selection of the corrosion control technique like cathodic process, coating, chemical injection or corrosion inhibitor, lining or whatever. And then cost comparison and value engineering is which one is the cheaper, and then which one is the practicable, constructible or operable. And then specification for the corrosion control technique is means what kind of the monitorings, what kind of the painting, what kind of the CP categorization, for example. So the output of this one is the corrosion evaluation study, material assessment report, flow diagram, fluid treatment report, CP specification, painting specification, coating, lining specification, and then if any special issue, for example, maybe during the process in the we have many paths of the corrosion. Maybe in the first 4-year operation we have high pressure, and then after 4 years we have low pressure. We have an issue with the water cut or something like this one. Okay, support exams, company standard, international standard, software tool techniques. And why is the input of this one is come from the corrosion control and material philosophy, design premises, precise study. Material balance is produced by a process engineer, flow dynamic and process study. The main thing here, PNID and PFD are also material balance, because in the material balance there is all the information for the internal surface, internal fluid surface parameter. So there is temperature, pressure, oxygen, water contents, H2S, CO2, and others information. And we go to the number 3 is laboratory and field testing. If we go back to number is 3 is white one is optional. Okay, laboratory and field testing is me why we will do this one if in our corrosion study we need to have to inject chemical injection or corrosion inhibitor. So it's mean we gonna to do some activity for this testing, because for the chemical there is the special for the tendering. All the bidders should do the testing compatible with our process with the material, and also the cost comparisons on that one. So the task is laboratory test of material is means compatibility with the metallic or stromal plastics, corrosion performance at field condition, laboratory test of screening of corrosion inhibitor, field test for the assessment of the corrosion inhibitor, and the input is corrosion study, material assessment report, fluid treatment report, product data sheets, and the output is test specification, test result reports. and then the support is company. Maybe in the next video I try to detail one by one of this all these 10 tasks, and then okay, we go to corrosion monitoring designs. What is mean corrosion design? We do this from the conceptualization. Corrosion monitoring design is means how do we know the tools we install in the system in the line to check to monitor that's all the parameter we during design is in lines with the operating conditions. If any anomaly is any discrepancy, it means we have to do improvement on that one. Okay, for example, there is the corrosion probe in the also maybe we can do NDT for the non-intrusive. For the intrusive equipment is probe, coupons. Okay, and also on this task we should define how many when the periodic of the monitoring 6 months, 1 year, or 3 years. So we do the chemical analysis requirements. We should as engineer we should advise the process engineer to put to install sample point access, which normally drain or venting. Okay, and then the upper is corrosion monitoring inspection design specification and intelligent peak inspection specifications. So for the support is standard. We can refer to company standard or international standard. Okay, the input is question study, material selection report, and pretreatment. Okay, I try to catch up the presentation for the 30 minutes only. We go to the data management. Data management is the important one. So all the data you can read my slides, but I try to explain in my language. This data we have to collect all the informations from the manufacturing or maybe NDT data during constructions or whatever the quality information we can collect, and we in each single of the equipments we collect. So this maybe for the new company they will collect in the Excel sheet, but for if we already existing company, we have the software tools how to collect these informations. So for the future we can do analysis, we can trace easily to do some like RBA or corrosion risk assessment, or to check the history of the single each systems. Okay, so the designs from the engineering company, PNAD, PFD, item datasheets, NDT campaign, and it will be database. Okay, data management can what we can do during development is only that one, collecting, because this system not introduced yet to the hydrocarbon. Okay, go to the next activity is corrosion management. Corrosion management task is we review all the document related to the corrosions. Okay, corrosion threats identification, corrosion management strategy, and then organization and personal inspection strategy or KPI. This means uh, we we study how the strategy to runs the facilities from the corrosion point of view. It means we how many personnel we require, what tools we need to have for to doing the monitoring, what kind of the contracts, I mean the contract service from the corrosions company, for example how to retrieve the coupons, to check the to monitor the CP, or to do NDT campaigns. Is we have to mapping on the corrosion management, also how many personnel we required to run the facilities to handle the corrosion issue. Okay, go back, go next to the item number 7, corrosion risk assessment. Corrosion risk assessment, this means the assessments we perform to single systems. Okay, what is the failure and what is the consequence if this failure. So based on these ones, we can have risk matrix. So this matrix, so it means if the risk matrix is low, it means is safe. Not if the medium, it could be right, it means we have to take care on this one. So this GRA will be required for our monitoring device and also for the inspection planning. For example, if we have the high corrosive fluids inside of this GRA material, it means not really danger, so it could be low or yellow. But if the corrosive fluid in the carbon steel, yes, it will be danger, so it could be red. So not based on the corrosion fluid, but also the material selection, what we selected during the designs. Okay, is the risk assessments. Go back to the risk-based inspection number 8. Is this activity started in the previous slides, starting from number 5, mostly done during the operations. So number 1 to number 4 mostly doing in the project, and starting from number 5 to number 10 mostly done in during operating. So risk-based inspection maybe for the first year of the operatings, we just relay the data from the projects. So we don't have data, baseline data. That means maybe we there is the failure or defect during construction, installation, or laying of the pipe, for example. So the data from the manufacturer will not be valid anymore. So the RBI means we do analysis the risk based on the risk from the previous from the existing data from previous inspections, and then we make plan what we have to do with the equipment if the risk if our uh, our analysis these equipments or lines or systems need to do improvement or special care, or we can make relaxations on this system. Okay. uh, I go back again. Normally the company will perform in the first year operating baseline data, so they will do campaigns to collect the existing data. So these baselines will be uh, will be it can be compared for the second campaign, maybe after 5 or 6 year or 3 years later, and then we know what is the integrity of our system. For example, in the descents we uh, we selected the corrosion allowance is 6 millimeter for 20 years of lifetimes, but during first campaign we confirm is still 6 millimeter, and then after 3 or 4 years later we check how much the corrosion rate. If let's say the corrosion rate have remaining 3 millimeter left, so it means our system have something anomaly from the design, so we have to care. Maybe we need more chemical injection, we need to assess is any change from the fluid surface from the reservoir, maybe water cut or the increase unpredictable, or maybe we do wrong material selections in the beginning or whatever, or maybe we have to care, because when we know there is the anomaly, we have to take care on that one. So we for the next inspections we have to do some improvement, or maybe not every 4 year again, maybe every 1 year we have to monitor to do inspection with the higher point, with very much points or more points, or maybe with the special tools. Okay, this is the RBI. We go to the task number 9, corrosion monitoring and inspections. What is the task? This one is corrosions. It looks like if we have corrosion probe or coupon, we have to retrieve the data, we have to download, we check how many metal loss on this one after several times operating, and then also for the CP. CP maybe for which we do campaigns to monitoring every 3 months, 6 months, or it depend on the designs. If so from the NDT campaign, it means for the inspection team do, also for the intelligent pigging data, or maybe if any failure and is a repetitive problem, we can take this task also as our analysis. So the input of this one is from the corrosion management manual, inspection plan result, corrosion monitoring edition, and then the output this one is corrosion monitoring report, chemical analysis bulletin, categorization super report, inspections support. Okay, the last one, number 10, asset integrity review. Don't forget to like and subscribe in my channel. Okay, asset integrity review is means overall activity what we already done, starting from number 1 until 9. We collect all information in one documents. So it means what the purpose of this one, to to define or to what is it, to inform to stakeholder for that's our each systems or the is still okay or still not okay. I mean still green, still or the yellow or red is I mean all the stakeholder will understand that we have good or not all the informations such as the CP reports, I mean category correction report, correction coupon, or prop retrieval data, entity and inspection data. So normally we produce this one every years. Okay, this activity will be a closed loop, and then we will starting again for number 5 until number 10. So it's in 1 year it's repeat, it's repetitive, is repeat activity. Okay, during operations. Also have a information what we will do. Let's say the plans or the operating 20 years, and is mean the lifetime of these projects. So normally we have also special tasks to do to define remaining lifetime of the plans. So remaining type of lifetime is means we can check against all the data from the data manage we have how much the remainings, how many failure leaks during operation, all the information, and based on this integrity data uh, we can calculate it to define the remaining lifetime. Is already there is the standard in the API 570, I'm not wrong, how to define this remaining lifetime. So we can say it can be extend for 2 or 5 years more operating. So it's only from the correction point of view, maybe from the safety device, from the machine performance is not our scope. We only for the static equipment only. Okay guys, thank you for watching. Bye bye.